All right, you want to sell your house as is fast for cash in North Carolina or pretty much anywhere. Let's jump into 7 tips for selling your house fast. But before we jump in, my name is Courtney Rollins. I'm with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast and Facebook channel and YouTube channel as well. Would love for you to check them out, see if it's something that you might find useful or helpful, and join the communities there. I'm also head of Do REI Deals and Estate Pro Service. In both spaces, I'm helping folks generate income and wealth through real estate, whether that's me providing a cash solution to some challenges they may have with their property or providing discounted uh, property, the opportunity to take on the assignment of contracts that I procure through connecting and marketing and working with folks who have challenges and have issues. So here it is. Here's 7 tips for selling your house as is and fast for cash in North Cackalack. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around the edge, spin it like a helicopter. All right. Price it competitively. If you need to set a reasonable competitive price, when we say competitive, that means you're not trying necessarily to squeeze out every single dollar out of there. If you're selling as is, that usually means there's things that need to be done. Now, I know North Carolina is a technically an as is state, but what we're saying is these are probably properties that have need a little bit of love. And so, or for whatever reason, your time you need to move quickly and conveniently. So you need to be able to trade a discounted competitive price for speed and convenience. And so doing that's going to attract a lot more cash buyers who are the folks you're looking for in this space. And yeah, we'll talk about that later on in one of the other tips. All right. Number two, even though you are trying to sell it as is, you need to think about curb appeal, trimming the lawn if you have a lawn. The exterior is very important as a it's actually more important than some of those higher end budget items when it comes to how just consumers and buyers purchase property. They may not necessarily look and see that the hot water heater is brand new, but they can see that, oh, wow, it's bright in here. Or when we pulled up, the lawn was cut and looked nice. That actually has a lot more to do with hopefully giving you more money in your pocket or moving the property quickly as opposed to putting tons of money into different places um, that are really actually valuable but don't convey that value easily and quickly to folks when you're trying to sell it fast. And that's the word, right? You also need to number three, highlight any of the unique selling points. Is it by an awesome school? Does it have a spacious backyard? Does it have potential? Actually, perhaps sometimes the actual unique selling tip is the opportunity for cash buyers to come in and force value there. A lot of opportunity for growth and value. Is it under rented if it's a rental? Can they raise the rent? There's different things. Of course, desirable location is important, but make sure you highlight it. It's not going to sell itself. So you or whoever you're working with has to be able to sell that property. And that goes to number four, market aggressively. Don't just throw it up on Facebook Marketplace, which is a great space to put property actually, but you need to have you or whoever you're working with do social media promotions, do the open houses, those different things. Word of mouth is amazing, but you need to get it out there. Be loud so that you can get as many people out there. I would highly recommend you work with a real estate agent. I have folks on my team that are agents that can help you, so feel free to reach out to me. But there's sometimes there's more agents in the world than there are actually people in certain spaces. I know that doesn't make sense, but I think in Texas there was some state where or city in Texas where there were more real estate agents than there were who were assigned for real estate agents than there actually were people in there based on I don't know double certificate. I don't know what it is, but regardless, what I'm saying is the agent's not hard to find. But remember that usually the top 20 are usually responsible for 80% of the sales. So you want to go after some awesome, amazing folks. If you need some amazing folks, connect with me and we can help you get that thing marketed and get it to many eyes in great ways utilizing other people's experience, not how sometimes, it's who. Five, you got to be flexible with your showings. You got to be able to let people see the property. So, depending on how you set it up, excuse me, there's opportunities for lock boxes, there are opportunities for having showings at specific times, but you have to be willing to put eyes on it in that space. So, make sure that you're flexible with your showings. All right. Number six, You do need to disclose, even though North Carolina isn't as is state, you need to disclose what's going on with the property. If you know something's going on with the foundation or that it has a hole in the roof or there's a leak, you need to be able to disclose that. Again, that's not going to necessarily hurt you. It'll hurt you if you don't disclose it, actually, but it build trust. It'll attract really serious buyers who recognize, hey, this is a serious seller, and I can trust them, and you should be able to trust that buyer and move forward. And number seven, of course, consider professional home buying companies such as Estate Pro Service. Um, those folks are tried, true, and tested, and have cash for properties, can purchase them quickly. Again, forecast. There's usually no real estate commission involved, particularly if you work with my company. But uh, so it puts a little more money into your pocket. Again, it's going to be a stress-free process. At least that's what the cash buyer is supposed to provide. And expect that speed and convenience for a discounted price. But again, there are ways because they're paying the closing costs because there's no real estate commissions. There are ways to keep a little more money into your pocket and knowing that you have the speed and convenience is super awesome. So feel free to reach out. That was quick and dirty. Yeah, reach out to Estate Pro Service, do REI deals. Yeah, we pay the closing costs and all that good stuff. But I know a lot of cash buyers that are out there who are amazing, and they have pretty much the same, spiel. We take it as is, closing costs, real estate commission, flexible closing. Make sure you're with someone that you're comfortable with. I really try to take a heart, head, and hands on approach to anyone I'm working with. And even if I'm not the buyer at the end of the day, I would love to help you any way I can to help you find the right solution for your issues or your challenges. So make sure you're working with someone that you trust, is competent, and can get the job done. All right. That was the nitty gritty. I just got my wedding pictures back, so I'm running off here so I can take a look at them and just be obnoxious by posting them all over the place. So feel free to check those out as well. And other than that, sign off on the Life and Transitions Expert podcast like I always do, encouraging you to let your light shine. Cheers.